Good morning, YouTube. Well, here in North Carolina, everything's froze. All good did to wash this thing, ain't it? Roof rag. Pew, pew. Let's go get us some breakfast this morning after this thing warms up a little bit. Hopefully we can be alright. We'll try to take some roads that aren't too hilly, or try to anyway.
For my male audience.
Alright, we back at it again. Got some parts for the Supra. Got a couple of cam seals. This isn't going into a pull the transmission. That's the rear main seal and the gaskets for it. And then we got the front main seals, the gaskets for it, which I'm hoping we don't have to pull the metal time and cover off. But if we do, we do. It's whatever. And then this, my little vacuum block. This is the same one I run on the black car. Get rid of all them ugly vacuum lines we don't need. So we will, yeah, we'll get it. Mounts on those, and then you got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different vacuum things. Just cleans it up a little bit. I need to clean him up a little bit. Dirty. Yeah, we do. We need to get this thing going. So let's get this done. We're gonna start taking this thing apart. So I really think it's the front main seal. I don't think it's the cam seal. So we're gonna start by taking this belt off, taking the so look y'all, alternator, water pump, AC, and the back belt back there is power steering. So y'all can see it has everything on it still. It's filthy now because all the oil is spread everywhere. Let's get it apart. Go from there. Alright, so we got the crank off, or well, the pulley got out. Honestly, y'all, it might be this oil pump seal. This is my oil pump gear. It might actually be coming from that and not the crankcase, or not the crank gear, or the crank seal. But we're gonna pull that out and see. And if I have to, of course I'm gonna pull all of this off, cam gears and all that, clean it all up. See what's going on. We got the crank pulley off, all the belts, everything like that. So take these 14mm. Actually, we're gonna we'll loosen those up just a touch, and then we'll loosen this tensioner and get the belt loose so we can pull the belt off of it. And then we'll loosen the take the cam gears off. That way we can, because we gotta take the cam gears off to get this black piece off, and leave the cam gears or cam seals, make sure they look all right. So we're this far, see how far we can get today. I don't know if we'll get it all out and put back together. It's probably about 4-ish o'clock. So might at least get it apart today. All right, y'all, we got it apart. We got the crankshaft gear off. I pulled the oil pump gear off. This has some play in it. I don't know if that's what's causing it. This seal seems a little hard. So we're gonna replace, I got that seal and I got the crank seal. So we're gonna put the seals in it. And from what I've looked at, the play that this has in it, I thought was abnormal, but from whatever I looked up is normal. So there we go, I had some smudge on my camera. So anyway, so we're gonna replace that seal, which is the oil pump shaft seal, which actually don't look like it's in all the way, so it could have pushed out a little bit, could have been hot. Like I said, even after we rebuilt this motor, it set for a while because the car was wrecked. So, and then we're gonna replace the crankshaft seal down here. Most things in the way, but we're gonna replace the crankshaft seal and the oil pump shaft seal and get it together. And if it starts leaking, then we'll take it back apart, pull this whole front off, and see if there is a a way to shim that or what's going on with it. But from what I've read, that's normal. So let's get that out, get the other ones in, and see what happens. All right, we got the seals out. This is the crank seal. So the only thing that I can really see is right there. You see how it's real smooth? And the rest of it, if you look, come on, focus. This camera's not gonna focus. But if you look, it's real smooth on that one section there. That little piece right there bends where I pulled it out. But it's real smooth on that, and then it's not the rest of the way around. So I'm just wondering if that eventually just, that wore out and is letting oil by, or what was going on. But yeah, so that's the only thing I really see on that one. Oh man, sorry y'all, dropping stuff. This is the oil shaft seal. It don't feel bad, it don't look bad. I don't really see anything on it. It does have some smooth spots in it. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Y'all can probably see it better than I can through this camera. But it does have, it was super, super easy to pull out. So I don't know if maybe it wore out around the edge. Well, that's gone forever. Just kidding, I'll get it out. That's like the 10mm wrench everybody loses, y'all. No, for real though, it's just right here. Just so y'all. There it went. Went all the way to the ground. I just want y'all to see that I get this, so y'all don't think I just leave stuff laying around. But yeah, got it out. So, all right, so y'all can see I got it out. I picked it all up, so y'all don't think I just leave stuff laying around. So we're gonna clean this up, tap the other one in. This seal right here was very easy to pull out. Like you can see, I didn't even damage this thing pulling it out. So like, and I didn't, trust me, I didn't use the right tool that I was supposed to. Got some seal pullers somewhere, but I think they're down at Dad's. But yeah, so that one I tore up a little bit getting out. This one, it come out pretty easy. So I don't know if it was just loose around here and leaking on this edge, or if for some reason it was leaking there. I really feel like this is the one that was leaking, not this one. But then I seen that shiny spot down there. So, but anyway, we're gonna put these in. If for some reason we put all this together, I still have the same problem of it leaking, then we'll go from there. So let's get it back together. Look at the piece against the wall that's sticking out. See that? Yeah, that bracket that's bolted is also bolted on that water pump, and that's what's holding everything. You see what I'm saying? Do you see the bolts in it, or you got the bolts out of it?
Here's this. And
you got a bolt there?
I can't get these two out. They're like sledgehammered.
You won't get those two out. They're all come out from the front, Chris. Has that bracket got bolts in it, son?
This one does.
Okay, then you gotta take those bolts out to get that water pump off, okay?
Okay.
All right, y'all. So, I wasn't gonna change the cam seals, but I thought if I'm this far along, I might as well. So on this, I had to loosen up the valve cover, take those two bolts loose, pry that loose a little bit, get the seal out, because these seals actually are, I got some metal on them. So I got one out, I'm gonna get the other one out, put it in, good to go. Got the two new ones over here, so I have two new seals. And this seal had pushed out, because you can see now you can see a silver lip. If you go back in the video and look, before the the seal stuck out a little bit past it, so I think it was pushing that seal out. So I think that was the culprit, but hey, it's got a new one in it now. And it was a lot tighter going in than it was coming out. And then we're gonna put a new crank seal in, put these two cam seals in, be good to go. So let's get to it, get it finished up. Voila, magic at YouTube. Got the seals in. They both fit super good. I did put cam seals in, we got that cover back on. I'm gonna put the oil pump on, put all the crank and the pulleys and everything back on. Luckily, I think I did everything without moving anything, so we're gonna put everything back on, check, make sure it's top dead center, make sure the cams look like they're right. Good to go. So let's get everything back together. There's some spare parts, not spare parts, but parts we're gonna put back on. Let's get it together. We're getting there. Get the seals in. gears on, got the timing belt back on. So, got my turbo on. Speaker. Yeah, let's get it. Let's put the rest of it back on. What sucks about this, we had to unbolt the air compressor, AC compressor. We had to unbolt it to get this stupid cover off. So, let's get it. Well, we started on it at about 4-ish. And we got her back together. I ain't started up yet. Got the air hose. We're gonna let the air build up, clean it up a little bit. And then we're gonna drive it, see what happens. It took us about 2 hours or so, maybe a little over 2 hours to tear the front of it apart, put the cam seals, oil, pump shaft seal, crankshaft seal, and I found a bolt loose on the power steering pump I tightened up. But
I know it sure
so we
like no 2 hours.
took about 2 hours. We got her back together, so we're gonna take it for a test drive and see if it pushes these seals back out. So
Let's hope not.
let's hope it's not. We ain't got nothing to worry about. Cause like I said, the seals were, that one seal for the oil pump shaft seal was it wasn't in there very well. Like just it come out pretty easy. The camshaft seals I don't think was leaking, but I went ahead and changed them because I had it apart. Crankshaft seal had that smooth piece in it, and when I mess with the seals, like show you what I got. So like on this one, it's very flimsy. Like I mean, I know they're supposed to be soft, they're supposed to have some give, but it's just very flimsy. To where the new one was very, it was stiff. Like this one right here, it's like mash up flat, no problem. And the other one had a little bit more stiffness to it. So let's hope that's what it was. Let's get this thing cleaned off and go for a test drive. All right, we just got back. Just got back from the drive, so hood's still closed. I just popped it. Let's see what happens when I open it. See if these seals are fixed or see if it's a wah fail situation. Got to figure out what's going on. So let's see what happens. As you can see, I got stinking fingerprints all over. I want to clean this thing big time. Well, y'all let me get a lot, but right now it's looking good. What I can see. Look, no oil. None all splattered up. I think some of that's just where I cleaned it, or it's down the bottom still. But yeah, it ain't all splashed up like it was or anything like that. So she's looking good. We'll go on another drive one day, see what happens. But as of right now, she looks pretty good. She's running pretty decent. Air fuels look pretty good. It was a little fat. I had to take some fuel out of it, but good to go. Yeah, before I took this thing for a drive, just so you know, I sprayed it down with a little carb cleaner and stuff like that. So some of what you see in there is just where it was cleaning off where I sprayed it down, I'm sure. So we're gonna push this thing up. We're good to go. Looks like the seals fix it. Who knows which one it was, but obviously it's one of those. Because last time, I'm telling you, if it would have been like when we done it before, I don't remember if I even had a video on it, but it had oil slung everywhere. Everything was soaked. The timing belt was soaked. Alternator, everything under the engine was soaked on the front of the motor. So obviously it's fixed. So we'll drive it a couple more times, see what happens. I'll let y'all go along for the ride with that, but we done for tonight. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching for real. We're growing every day on this channel. We got some more subscribers this week, so I really appreciate everybody that's subscribing, everybody that comments, the likes, all that stuff helps. So I really appreciate it, y'all. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We'll see you on the next one.